When you step, your eye wants to go first. So I'm here, and essentially my eye goes out on the horizon, and it wants to pull my movement forward. So we talked last night about two ideas. One, yeah, you have to recognize maybe this attack, but on a deeper level, being kind of mind-body experience, I extend my mental energy, my mise-en, my eye vector, like to an infinite point, and that big feeling pulls my physicality forward. You follow what I'm saying? So it's like really reaching and pulling my body into the movement. And I think when you do that, the kata will have this kind of a look, and not this sort of self-contained look. Okay, so for my forward stance, projecting my center. My straddle stance, conserving my center. My back stance, having the center back here locked and loaded. Maybe you might want to think of it that way. Neko dachi, even more. Sageashi dachi, even more. So it's really, your stance is accommodating what your intention is with your center. That's a kind of little different way of looking at it. But anyway, when you're here and you make this kagezuki, so a long time I did it 1, 2. I let it come to my hip and then punch. Then I thought, well, maybe why do I have to do that? Maybe just let my hand come directly. And I guess I kind of got thinking about that because I trained a little bit with like Sistema people. Do you guys ever know what Sistema is? Yeah, and they hit from these really kind of obscure places. Like they'll move like this, and then they go, dong, and they put. I mean, it's not very beautiful. Like, it doesn't have these really dynamic, clean lines that karate has, but it has this very amorphicness that's part of its beauty. And they just kind of put their weight on you, and when they hit you really hard. So I kind of thought to myself, wouldn't it be interesting if you can combine? Because remember Satomi Sensei thing to me, Rick, no more form. So I'm this is in my mind, right? So I think, what if I don't worry about the form of it, and just think about my hand dropping with intention and heaviness, just A to B, just, you know. So then I started hitting that way. So you got 3 things working. You got a weight shift, an angle change, and a drop of your waza, all finding that spot, that feeling. So I'm picking that point out in space, and I'm letting everything fall on that spot. So what I don't want to necessarily do is, which it looks almost like, I mean, we're so used to seeing it done that way, right? I mean, it's like, oh yeah, that's that movement in Jion that looks like that. I would say that. You see the difference? It's like one has a funny power that the other one just doesn't have. And talk about, you know, like Sugiyama's book, Synchronization of Mind and Body. This is the objective. Synchronize everything. Synchronize everything. So maybe we can try this just to get a feel for that. You're going to stand relaxed with your partner, and you can both start with just shizentai, like natural position, and just have your hand maybe like this. So we're kind of, in an informal way, duplicating. No, I'm just going to be really relaxed, and you're just going to get this relaxed, dropping feeling. Just drop, drop, drop. But notice I'm not recoiling. My feeling is going in. But you follow what I'm saying? And I'm not really hitting him hard, but notice that I'm not moving, but he's moving. So essentially my energy is transferring into him. And I'm just doing that, kind of like the Sistema guys do, by just this feeling. And it's all of its, everything, its form from here to there. Then take it like because if you can do it there, you really should be able to do it in a really small movement. Like I should be able to do it like right from here, just that feeling. Like that feeling of like, I'm letting my weight settle. It's almost like my form is accommodating a cable that's actually attached to the back of my elbow, passing through my center, and is right about there on the floor, and I'm pulling that, and by virtue of pulling that, my shape is structuring around that. My shape is sort of structuring around that. But my shape in itself is nothing other than how my body is accommodating to how the cable is pulling. Do you follow? So the function, the form and function, the function is first, and then the form evolves around that. You know, like Buckminster Fuller said, you want to make, don't worry about making something beautiful. Make something really functional, and by virtue of that, it will have inherent beauty. So think about the function. You're trying to inflect your center. So my cable is pulling my relaxed heaviness that way, like from underneath. and my step, and the action of my arm, and my breath, and my intention are all connecting to that feeling. Whether it's short, or whether it's from the kata, it's the same feeling, or, and then a little squeezing peanut butter. Sorry, I'm a tenderized 4 Diari's bitter, but y'all get what I'm saying.